Hello, I'm going to be doing a speed run of the Expert Challenge Fragile Collection. If you're not familiar, it is a Covenant 25 level challenge with some additional mutators. The first unit you summon each turn is fragile, so they die as soon as they take any health damage. And to make up for that, you get extra collectors and card slots. So I'm taking the approach here where since I'm speedrunning, I'm going to try to kill everything with Inferno. And I think actually I've done all of the challenges with this variations on this strategy, and this is one of the ones where it's actually easier than just a normal Covenant 25 run, since the downside of summoning units is not relevant, particularly relevant for this strategy. It is pretty relevant on the first few fights where you can't rely on Inferno to kill things, and you'll see that here in this first fight. I take a lot of damage. The boss has 150 health, and it's extremely unlikely you'll be able to cast Inferno twice, even once. So I do get lucky I can cast it once, otherwise the run might have ended right there. So I pick up a second Inferno and an Energy Siphon. Energy Siphon is great. I think it's very important for this run. It doubles or triples or triples the effect of Inferno. So here I'm looking for Holdover, and I find it. So now, even though Covenant 25, you have a super thick deck, and so you eventually can remove cards, but these early fights, it's very hard to only have maybe one Inferno per boss. So having Holdover is going to save me a lot. So I'm going to start, even though my units are fragile, I'm going to just play everything I can to remove as many cards from my deck so that I can get Energy Siphon if I need it. So I draw the Inferno just in time here. The boss only has 200 health, so I only need to Inferno him twice, and because the cost reduced it, I can finish him off with a couple other spells. I could afford to take one hit from the boss or lose, so fortunately I don't have to take that hit because going down to 1 pyre health is really scary. So I now am digging for double stack and additional cost reduction on the extra Inferno I drafted. Also would like to do some card removals because I do want to be able to play those Energy Siphons. But now I get 5 copies, which makes life a lot easier. I pretty much that saved the run for me. Covenant 25 Inferno is not a good strategy if you're trying to win consistently. It really is kind of either what you could say a meme run or a speed run. Obviously, it's what I'm doing here, but it's not a good consistent way of winning because you need so many things to go right, like what just went right for me. But I draw an early Inferno, kind of lucky there, so I get an early Daedalus kill. And there's no reason to draft anything at this point. I can dupe my Inferno, and I have 6 copies of Energy Siphon, so I don't need any more cards other than duping the Inferno, which I do here. So now I can play 2 Infernos a turn. I haven't reduced the cost of my 3rd Inferno yet. But because my Infernos only cost 1, or eventually 0 for one of them, I decided to go with draw. So again, playing as many units as possible so that Energy Siphons could come into play. Well, the boss here only, I believe, has less than 600 health, so I need just 2 Infernos. which hopefully I should be able to get. There, yeah, I have 2 Infernos. So I don't need any energy siphons, but it'll just speed things up. I am playing a little more cautiously than I would if this were just a regular speed run, just due to the nature of it being Covenant 25. Just removing as many spells as I can. Units can be played if I draw them before the Infernos, so they're a little better than this spells to keep around. Playing the units means I'll draw more energy siphons, and I can grab collectors with them. Yeah, again, this fight, I don't think I needed to be playing these units. 2 Infernos is enough to kill the boss, I believe, or 3 now. Well, it looks like 2 wouldn't have been enough, but I do draw some energy siphons. Spell weakness is always nice to see. More card removals. So many cards in Covenant 25 deck. Now cost reducing that 4th Inferno means I can play it. For the final boss, I believe it has 4,000 hit points, which means I need to play Inferno 40 times. And, you know, an energy siphon is the equivalent of playing it twice. So down to 1,000 health. I just need. So now it's down to 400. So I just need an energy siphon with my two Infernos, but I draw everything. More card draw. I can cast everything I need to. Offering tokens are actually really bad for speed. If you accidentally click them, it's like it takes forever to just select a card. So getting 2 early holdover Infernos is nice. I just have a ridiculous amount of units in my deck still. So with, I think the bosses here have like 1,200 hit points, so 3 Infernos by themselves are not gonna cut it, so I still wanted to play some units just in case. So I go here looking for Sketches of Salvation to deal with my last units, but I don't find it. So I just start cutting more cards. I think it's overkill though. Probably could have just started the fight. This version of Seraph has fewer units, so I don't really need to worry about Pyre taking too much damage, especially considering it's nearly full health. But I think Seraph the Temperate, like if you let too many waves get up there from a bad pattern or something, you could die. So I just opt for safety there, just in case. So good draw here, kills him. And there we go. So I finish in 10 minutes, or over 10 minutes. It's not impressive if you compare it to other Inferno runs, but since it's Covenant 25, I think it's a decent baseline. And I'll link my video here where I do all 15 expert challenges this way. It's kind of a fun video. It's a montage, so check it out. And I think I'll keep making videos like this. I also do Covenant 25 win streaks, so check those out.